Yep, YouTube, I'm back again. I told y'all I was back. It's a whole new year, man. 2018. This goes out to a lot of brothers out there. It don't matter, white, black, whatever. We ain't trying to see no color. What we trying to see is betterment, man. Improvement. It's time, man. You've been thinking about it. Cross your mind. See a couple of videos. You got family members or somebody that drive, man. You've been thinking about getting your CDL. I'm telling you like this, man. It's time. This your year. This your time, man, to do something with yourself. It's time to do something for your little daughter. It's time to do something for your son. It's time to do something for your mother, your grandmother, and better yet, man, it's time to do something for yourself, man. This truck of motivation one-on-one. And we going to do this thing, and I got a lot of them coming because my whole thing this year is to be a better person, and I'm finna motivate every truck driver out there, man, in those truck stops, on New Year's, on Christmas, man. I've been there. When you first start out, man, you got to get your feet wet. You got to get, you got to get grounded, man. You really can't call a lot of shots. You can't. You gotta get your. Pretty much, you gotta get yourself established, man, to where you can, grind and make different choices and that sort of thing. But man, it ain't gonna be easy when you first start out. It's hard. You gotta stay focused, man. You probably at home reading the manual and everything about the CDL, man. And you're thinking about taking the test or getting school. You have like two options that I know of. You can go through a company and get your CDL like that. But I tell you, if you go through a company and get your CDL, you're probably going to end up in debt with them. They'll probably be taking a little bit out of your check. And then I think they have like some kind of contract that you got to stay like a year before you can leave. Some of them got 6 months, some of them got a year. I don't really know. I didn't go that route. I actually went to a community college and I got my CDLs through that way. And man, it took me a while. I didn't just get it, man. And my dad drove truck, but I didn't just catch on like that, man, because I really wasn't focused on trucks years ago. Around my dad, I just used to see him come in. I'd get in the truck, jump around on the bed back there and stuff. And I just never really took it serious. And he was always trying to show me, man, what I could do with these trucks. But I just really wasn't focused on that. I didn't see myself driving. But one day, man, I had this job. I had been there a long time, man. And they just like shut down, like, hey, we closing the doors, man, and we about to go. And I was having my first son, man. So I was like, man, I gotta do something. I mean, they kind of threw me out to the wilderness, man. And I was like, man, I gotta do something. I gotta do something fast. This is my first son. I'm like freaking out. I ain't had no kids, no other place. I ain't never went through this, man. And I knew I didn't want to let them down, man, especially my son. So I was like, I gotta do something fast, man. So I went home, man, probably like a week later or something. It was on a weekend. I kind of like just went to sleep one night, and I woke up and I seen this commercial because I was up all night like thinking like what I'm gonna do. They laying me off. And I was just sitting there thinking, man, I said, man, I got to do something. And then I woke up, truck driving video on TV. They like, oh, you get your license, get your CDL, the truck riding through, on the commercial. And I was like, man, I said, that's what I'm about to do, man. So to all y'all want to be truckers out there or who just getting started, man, stay strong. Do your thing, man. It's going to be hard. I mean, you may not be able to shift well. You may not be able to back up well. I'm going to tell y'all something. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm finna focus on a lot of backing up videos, man. Because when I first started, I couldn't back up that good. Sometimes, man, I used to pay. I'm just being real with y'all. This is raw. No editing, nothing. I'm coming straight raw. This truck of motivation, man. It's time to do this. I used to pay people. Sometimes, man, I get in like at different warehouses and stuff. It may be real tight up in there. You really can't get turned around good and stuff. And I really couldn't get it in there, man. And you know, people like the other truckers, they'll just sit there and laugh at me, man. You know, and then every now and then I run across a driver, man, that really cared, man. And he'll like get out and try to help me and stuff. And I really couldn't get it. I just couldn't get that backing, man. And dude was like, hey man, just let me do it, man. And then I said, man, I tell you what, I said, if you bag this truck up for me, I said, I'm gonna pay you to bag this truck up. I said, but I promise you, man, I said, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not finna go home and quit. I said, I can't quit. See, when you get in a situation where you can't quit, that's where this trucker motivation come from. Now, a lot of people come out, you know, mama taking care of them. You got it made. Maybe your family got a lot of money. I don't know your situation, you know, but everybody's situation is different. But I'm talking about for us that ain't got no choice. It ain't no quitting. You ain't got no option to go here and go there. You got to make this work. When it gets to that point, then it gets real, man. It really get real. And I could not get that backing. It was rough on me, man. I remember parking at rest areas. Like, just so I could pull in, you know, because I couldn't back up good. So I knew I couldn't really go to a truck stop, especially at nighttime. Because if you don't get to a truck stop by right when it's breaking dark, it's over. I mean, you're going to have to really have skills to park at a truck stop after dark. I mean, it's going to get bad. I mean, you got trucks on the side. They by the gas tanks. They by the weigh scale. I mean, they everywhere. I mean, you got to have skills to be able to come in a truck stop after dark. So if you don't get there early, it's over with, man. And I went through it. It was hard, man. I couldn't back up. I thought about giving up. I thought about quitting. But I also thought about I could do this. I mean, I had a lot of people laughing. You know, they on the radio. Man, this dude been backing up 2 minutes, man, 10 minutes. You still out here pulling up. You know, a lot of truck drivers, man, they just, once they learn, they just forget about the others and like, hey, I got mine, so he get his the best way he can, man. But I'm just trying to motivate y'all that thinking about starting to drive, man. It's time. What you waiting on? It ain't gonna get no better. It ain't gonna get no easier. I mean, you just gotta do it. If you ain't got no experience in this or nothing, you don't even know the inside of a truck, man, it's time to learn, man. I mean, I promise you, you can go through a company and get your CDL through your training like that, or you can go to a community college, or you can go to like a institute. They got all sorts of trucking things. I don't know where you live or what, you know, what's the situation, but you can kind of, man, you got the internet. YouTube is the greatest thing invented, man. It has helped me so much, and that's why I give my heart back, man. You know, so it's time. This trucker motivation is coming. I got a lot of more motivational videos, man, because it's time, man. It's time to do something for your family, for yourself, man. Get out those streets. I mean, you know, man, do something, man. You're sitting on the couch. You know, you probably scrolling through YouTube or whatever. That's a good thing, man. Never give up on YouTube. There's a lot of information out here, not just truck driving. I mean, you got all sorts of lawn care services, barber shops. I mean, whatever you want to learn is pretty much at your fingertips. But you got to grind, man. You got to grind. You got to want it. If you don't want it, I can't give it to you. But I could tell you and I could try to help you to motivate you, man. It's time to do your thing. I'm out of here as well. I try to keep my videos short because everybody ain't got time to watch all these long videos. I got a couple of long ones because I'm going to be showing you some skills or techniques, man. But right now, this is just strictly motivation. Man, keep your head up. Go ahead and do this. I mean, you watching truck driving videos right now. So what you waiting on, man? You can feed your family out here. I mean, you won't be with them every night, but by your wife knowing or your lady know that you out here grinding, that you out here trying to better yourself, that you out here trying to help yourself. By them knowing that you doing that, man, that give them a peace of mind. They know you out here grinding, man. I mean, you gonna have to take some stuff in life, man. Life ain't easy. You gotta play the hand you dealt. You know, I didn't want to get laid off. I didn't think it would ever happen. I wasn't even seeing trucks years ago. But here I am. You know, it's probably been like going on 12 years in the game now. I never seen it, but I'm still hanging in. You know, I couldn't back up. Now I bag pretty well. I mean, I get a lot of compliments now. They like, man, you coming in there, man. You came right in there, you know. Sometimes I struggle. Even now I struggle because every day is different. Every backup is different. You might not get the right setup like you had the other day. You know, you might not be able to get in there as easy as you did the other day. But I don't quit. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up on y'all YouTube. Y'all know I'm real to the bone, man, and I'm going to do it forever like that. Y'all know how I get down, and I'm out of here. And as always, man, God bless.